What's up, traders? Welcome to today's Equity Empire Chart Analysis session. When most investors are throwing darts, we're looking for clues in the charts. My name is John McHugh. I'm a former Wall Street analyst, hedge fund manager, and independent trader for the better part of 20 years. I'm also a small cap stock specialist. I've been focused primarily on identifying opportunities in the small cap stock market. And today, in our session today, our chart analysis session, we'll be looking for clues in the Russell 2000 Exchange Traded Fund Index, that Exchange Traded Fund with the symbol IWM. And when we'll take a look at the chart, we'll simply be looking for support and resistance levels to see if we could either get a quick bounce trade or a cheaper price for a longer term position in the broad small cap stock market. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to zoom out on the chart a little bit, and I'm going to draw a line at the peak from February of 2021. And you'll notice that we are only about currently 12 points above that peak, okay? So that's a little over 5% this index has gained in the last 4.5 years. So this index has not made a whole lot of progress, okay? You could say that it's due for a breakout. And if there is an opportunity, if the Fed starts cutting interest rates, we might get some fuel added to the fire here, and we might get a nice big move to the upside. But we're not going to randomly buy in anticipation of the Fed cutting interest rates. In this particular session, we'll be looking for technical clues in the chart as to where we could look for either a bounce trade or a lower price for a longer term entry. Okay, so let's get right into it. There's a support level right here. Our first support level to consider is in the 226 to 223.60 price range. So if we get a pull back to that level, could be a nice opportunity for a quick bounce trade. Okay. Now there's a support level right below that also, right in the 221.47 to 218.39 price range. And then we have another support level. The support levels are kind of stacked up here. So it looks like I'm not the only one who's thinking that there may be some value in this index, and that value may start to become recognized if the Fed starts to cut rates. So it looks like there could be big funds stacked up trying to buy at lower prices if they get the opportunity. So one of these support levels could be your chance to participate if the stock market continues to sell off in a meaningful way. So the first opportunity, once again, right around 226, and then these three other levels just below that. Now I'm also going to identify a couple resistance levels because it's vital to be aware of price points where price had reversed in the past, because that's a clue that there could be more big sellers waiting for that opportunity to sell at those levels. So there is a resistance level right here, just formed, 234.60 to 237.49. Okay, so if you're going to enter in one of these levels, your first target doesn't have to be your only target, but be aware that there could be more selling pressure if we bounce either immediately or re-enter that level. And there's another resistance level just above that. So two levels stacked right on top of each other. Since that's the case, you might just consider that one big resistance level, 234 to 242. Okay, and that is all we've got, because that's all-time highs up in the 242 price range. Okay, so there are four support levels to consider. Once again, either for a quick trade or if you're looking to enter the small cap index at a lower price. These are the technical clues that you may that may help you decide the price points to enter those positions. Then once again, a couple resistance levels where we could encounter some more selling if price were to get back up to those levels. All right, so let's wrap up today's session. Hope you enjoyed the session, folks. If you're new to trading, hope you learned something. I'll be back several more times this week with more technical analysis. In the meantime, wishing you all the best of luck in your trading and investing, and we'll see you soon.